The Supreme Court has ruled that the voting age of 18 is inconsistent with the Bill of Rights Act. I'm joined by Make It 16 co-director Caeden Tipler. So what's this mean then?
Kia ora. Well, yeah, this is a huge step forward for the campaign because the Supreme Court has essentially said that a voting age of 18 is a human rights violation for 16 and 17-year-olds, and this has offered a process for Parliament to review lowering the voting age.
So Parliament now has to review it, but of course Parliament's supreme, so it could presumably still decide not to?
Yeah, so Parliament does not have to lower the voting age per the Supreme Court decision, but the Supreme Court decision has set a clear mandate that lowering the voting age is the right thing to do. And if Parliament decides not to lower the voting age, then they're accepting a human rights violation, which I don't think is good enough.
So for Make It 16, how does your campaign go from here? I mean, you've won in the court, but now you have to win the political argument, do you?
Yeah, so this was a huge step forward for our campaign, as I have said, but the mahi doesn't end here. So we still have to convince politicians to lower the voting age. We know the Green Party and Te Pāti Māori and some Labour MPs support lowering the voting age, but it's just about getting the rest of our politicians over the line.
I mean, it's possible, presumably, the government might say that it's got this review going on of electoral law, which won't report back until after the next election. Part of it, the review, is looking at the voting age, and it could leave it to that. Would that be good enough?
No, I don't think that's fair at all. I mean, the Supreme Court decision has happened now, and we believe that because we have the Supreme Court mandate, and also because the Future of Local Government review has said that we should lower the voting age to 16, then that is a clear enough mandate to lower the voting age before the next election. I mean, the next election, there will be issues come up like climate change and education and COVID-19 recovery, and all these issues impact 16 and 17-year-olds as much as, if not more, than any other age group. So 16 and 17-year-olds deserve to have their say on their lives in the next election.
I mean, the response from opponents of lowering the age has said, 16, 17-year-olds, they're too young to vote, they're just kids, let them be kids. But this decision, do you think it sort of knocks that argument on its head?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we've always known that, 16 and 17-year-olds are working part-time and full-time jobs. Many dropped out of school during COVID-19 and they're earning money for food and rent. 16 and 17-year-olds can learn to drive, they can give medical consent, and all these things mean that 16 and 17-year-olds are already mature enough to vote and are already engaging in our society.
I mean, you talked about the Green Party, Te Pāti Māori, and some Labour MPs. Are you engaging with those parties, but also are you engaging with the National Party and ACT as well over these issues?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this isn't an issue that should be limited to a single party. I mean, it's a human rights issue, and all our politicians should be caring about upholding our human rights standards. And to uphold our human rights standards, we need to lower the voting age to 16. So absolutely, we're engaging with the Labour MPs who don't think we should lower the voting age, and the National and ACT MPs as well. But we're confident that the Supreme Court decision will change minds in Parliament as well as in the public.
So what do you do next?
Today we're just celebrating the Supreme Court decision, but obviously over the next couple weeks and months, we'll be engaging with MPs about lowering the voting age.
Caeden Tipler, thank you for your time.
Thank you.